Have you ever wondered what really happens to our bodies after we die? Is there an afterlife, or do we simply return to dust? Today, let's dive into a mysterious story that blurs the lines between life and death, science and art, love and crime. It all starts with the controversial exhibition called Body Worlds, a display featuring real human bodies preserved forever using a technique called plastination. But behind the astonishing beauty of these living statues lie dark secrets, chilling rumors about where these bodies really come from, and a haunting question. Could this eerie exhibit be connected to the mysterious disappearance of Zhang Weiji, a beautiful Chinese radio host from the 90s? If you love solving mysteries and thrilling detective stories, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to support the channel. Now, let's dive deep into this chilling tale together. Our story begins in 1990s China with Zhang Weiji, a famous weather broadcaster known for her gentle beauty and captivating voice. She quickly won the hearts of millions of viewers. On the surface, Zhang Weiji's life seemed as calm as the weather reports she delivered. But beneath it all was a secret, turbulent romance. The man she loved, according to many rumors, was Biao Zilei, who at the time was the mayor of Dalian. Their relationship was even more complicated because Biao Zilei was already married. This was actually his second marriage. Going public with their affair meant facing fierce public backlash and unpredictable consequences. In the society of that time, extramarital affairs placed the burden squarely on the woman's shoulders, often labeling her as the one who destroyed the family's happiness. But it's important to recognize that responsibility doesn't lie with just one side. Married men, with their maturity and awareness, fully understand their wrongdoings and willingly enter these secret relationships. In the case of Zhang Weiji and Biao Zilei, both faced immense pressure to keep their affair hidden, pressure that only grew stronger when Zhang Weiji became pregnant. Carrying her pregnancy in secret, Zhang Weiji fell into a deep depression. She hoped the child would be the bridge to make her relationship with Biao Zilei public, that he would leave his wife to build a family with her. By the 8th month of her pregnancy, Zhang Weiji grew increasingly desperate. She tried everything to pressure Biao Zilei, even threatening to take her own life if he didn't commit to her. The situation reached a boiling point when Zhang Weiji decided to confront Biao Zilei's wife face to face. The details of that meeting remain a mystery to this day. No one knows exactly what happened. But just days later, Zhang Weiji was suddenly fired from her job. With significant power and influence, Biao Zilei's wife had every ability to pressure Zhang Weiji into losing her job, a form of retaliation for the courage, or perhaps recklessness, of the mistress. The later corruption scandals involving Biao Zilei's family only strengthened this theory. Devastated, Zhang Weiji rented a room at a hotel in Dalian. There were signs she might have been considering suicide, but no concrete evidence was ever found. What's even more terrifying is that after that, Zhang Weiji disappeared completely. The hotel was the last place anyone saw her. The room registered under her name was completely empty, and all contact was cut off. Zhang Weiji seemed to vanish into thin air. The mystery deepened when all information about her appeared to have been systematically erased. Every video clip of the weather program she hosted disappeared from the TV station's archives. Data about her vanished from every database. It was as if a powerful underground force with unlimited influence and money had stepped in to wipe away every trace of Zhang Weiji, making her disappear without a single clue. All that remained were a few faded photographs. Family and friends immediately reported her disappearance to the authorities. Zhang Weiji was officially declared missing, and a search was launched. But all leads went cold around the time she left the TV station and checked into the hotel. A pregnant woman in her 8th month vanishing without a trace is nearly impossible. Her large belly was a clear and unmistakable sign, hard to hide. With only weeks left before she was due to give birth, medical support would have been necessary, something that would surely leave evidence. Yet Zhang Weiji disappeared mysteriously, leaving no clues behind for investigators to follow. In 1995, the Body Worlds exhibition made its debut in Tokyo, marking a breakthrough in both medicine and entertainment. At the heart of the spotlight was plastination, a preservation technique invented by German Dr. Gunther von Hagens. This pioneering method sparked a global sensation, introducing a completely new and unprecedented kind of exhibition. Plastination replaces all the fluids and fats in a body with special polymer compounds. As these compounds harden, they preserve the body in a near-perfect state, preventing decomposition, eliminating odors, and maintaining its shape over time. The result? Eternal living statues that transcend the natural boundaries of life and death. This haunting breakthrough earned von Hagens the nickname Dr. Death. The Body Worlds exhibition quickly became a global phenomenon, the unique blend of science and art, combined with the chance to see the human body's structure in astonishing detail and realism, created an irresistible draw. Images of muscles, blood vessels, and organs exposed from unique angles sparked both curiosity and fear in viewers. Tickets for the exhibition often sold out weeks before opening day. Starting as a traveling exhibition, Body Worlds toured major cities around the world, but as public interest grew, permanent museums were established across the US, Europe, and Asia to showcase plastinated specimens regularly. Some of the most famous include Bodies, the exhibition in New York, and Bodies in Seoul, both names slightly adjusted from the original. The growing demand meant the supply of bodies for plastination had to expand. Dr. Sui Hongjin, a Chinese admirer of Gunther von Hagens' work, sought out the Dr. Death to learn the technique. Under von Hagens' careful guidance, Sui quickly mastered plastination. After returning to China, he founded a company specializing in producing plastinated specimens. What's notable is that Sui's company later became a supplier for von Hagens' competitors. Their factory was located in Dalian, a crucial detail to remember. This is the very city where Bo Xilai, Zhang Weiji's lover, once served as mayor. This coincidence raises many questions about a possible hidden connection between Zhang Weiji's disappearance and the Body Worlds exhibition. One of the most striking specimens at the Body Worlds exhibition is that of a pregnant woman showing a fetus about 8 months old inside her womb. The detailed anatomical structure of both mother and baby is clearly exposed, creating an image that's both breathtaking and haunting. The organizers of Body Worlds and similar exhibitions always insist that all specimens come from individuals who voluntarily donated their bodies to science or authorized von Hagens and his team to use them after death. However, the origins of some specimens aren't always clear. In fact, there have been cases where 7 specimens had to be returned to China because their identity and source couldn't be verified. Suspicion about where the bodies for the exhibition come from has been growing, especially after reports surfaced that some specimens were actually executed prisoners from China. In addition, the supply reportedly includes unclaimed bodies, those without family or abandoned by relatives. Plastination companies have been accused of exploiting this situation, buying these bodies cheaply and turning them into art pieces for commercial gain. This has sparked intense debates over the ethics and humanity of the Body Worlds exhibition. In 2008, a former employee at a plastination specimen factory came forward with shocking claims on a BC News. He revealed that the company frequently bought bodies at bargain prices from hospitals, prisons, and even the black market. Many shipments arrived without any identification or documentation, making the origins of these bodies completely mysterious. This directly contradicted Body Worlds' claim that only legally donated bodies were used. The whistleblower went even further, accusing that most of the specimens in the exhibition were actually executed prisoners from China. However, this explosive testimony was quickly retracted. The informant suddenly changed his story, admitting that his earlier statements were fabricated to smear von Hagens' rivals, and confessed to receiving 10,000 euros from the Dr. Death himself to carry out this deception. Although he initially requested to remain anonymous, fearing for his safety in China, subsequent legal battles exposed his identity in court. He firmly denied his original accusations, completely retracting everything he had told the BBC News. This sudden reversal only deepened public confusion, raising serious questions about the truthfulness of both his claims and his denial. Was there a hidden truth being covered up? What pressure forced this former employee to change his story? The answers remain shrouded in darkness. Gunther von Hagens himself, the so-called Dr. Death, once admitted to discovering bodies with bullet wounds to the head, clear signs of execution, among the specimens sent to the exhibition. He claimed these bodies were immediately cremated. However, there's no evidence to support his statement, and no one can be certain what actually happened. The origins of many specimens in body worlds and similar exhibitions remain a mystery, fueling widespread suspicion. One specimen in particular raises a major question: a pregnant woman. Chinese law strictly forbids the execution of pregnant women, so where did this body come from? The likelihood that a pregnant woman died of natural causes and voluntarily donated her body without any family objections is extremely low. Could this specimen actually be Zhang Weiji? To find the truth, DNA testing would be essential, comparing tissue samples from the specimen with DNA from Zhang Weiji's living relatives, if any remain. But one crucial detail can't be overlooked: Biao Zilai's wife, the mayor of Dalian, and the very woman Zhang Weiji reportedly confronted before disappearing, is co-owner of the plastination factory in Dalian. This fuels the chilling hypothesis that she may have arranged to eliminate her husband's rival, possibly with Biao Zilai's complicity, and turned Zhang Weiji's body into a display specimen. It sounds unbelievable, but it's not impossible. This connection only makes the story darker and more tangled. With their immense power and influence while holding high-ranking government positions, it's entirely possible that Biao Zilai and Jiu Keilai used their privileges to cover up the affair and eliminate Zhang Weiji along with the child she was carrying. The chilling theory that Zhang Weiji's body was sent to the plastination factory owned by Biao Zilai's family, though horrifying, fits the context of the case and the proven crimes committed by the couple. While the trial of Biao Zilai and Jiu Keilai exposed many serious offenses, the fate of Zhang Weiji remained shrouded in mystery. Not a single word was mentioned about the missing broadcaster. Perhaps Biao Zilai and his wife were just too clever in hiding every piece of evidence, avoiding even harsher accusations. And if they truly were behind Zhang Weiji's disappearance, the truth may be buried forever. When directly asked whether the pregnant woman specimen was Zhang Weiji, von Hagens denied all allegations. He also refused to allow DNA testing on the specimen to verify its identity, without concrete evidence linking the specimen to the missing broadcaster. The police were unable to compel von Hagens to cooperate. Moreover, experts remain uncertain about the accuracy of DNA tests on plastinated specimens. As no studies have yet been conducted on body world samples, von Hagens insists that the pregnant woman in the exhibit was a friend of his wife who had agreed to donate her body before passing away. However, he has not provided any information about this friend's identity, making his explanation even less convincing. The unclear origins of the specimen, combined with the mysterious disappearance of Zhang Weiji, continue to raise unanswered questions. The plastination industry doesn't just supply specimens for anatomical exhibitions, it also sells these specimens directly. Although regulations require buyers to provide documentation proving the specimens will be used for scientific research, enforcement is lax, creating loopholes that allow bodies to be bought and sold for personal use through forged paperwork. This raises serious concerns that even though the bodies have been preserved and no longer decompose, they can still be trafficked and misused. Back to Zhang Weiji's story, though the evidence isn't enough to conclude her fate, we still have the right to hope that she found a way out of that dangerous relationship and is living a peaceful life somewhere with her child. Body worlds A highly controversial exhibition raises many questions about the boundaries between science, art, and ethics. What about you? What do you think about this exhibition? Have you ever visited Body Worlds? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.